Well, welcome back to the channel. I've been really busy this week, but I haven't been filming it all because I've been literally so busy. So what have I been up to? So I've been working on my Scania tractor unit, getting that all serviced already for the season. So it's had an oil change. I've greased all the prop shafts on it, greased all the other grease nipples on it, all on the steering, had all the wheels off, checked all the brakes, chopped up all the fluids on it, on the other fluids. On it's got a retarder, which is like another braking system for it. So yeah, that needed a little top up, so I put some Lucas oil in that, of course. Just about to service the monster truck now, so we're going to put all the fluids back in the monster truck. Kelvin's been down as well again, and now Kelvin has finished the back doors, just that last little bit on the trailer. So if I show you what it looks like now, look at that. Looks like it's caged, it's behind the bars, because those are the locking system for the back of the doors on it. I had a little bit of problem with them, with putting them back on. That took me a lot longer than I thought it was. Took them off in a hurry, and of course I didn't label them up, so I didn't actually know which one went in which hole. So yeah, it took a while to get it back. I had one on and off 3 times to find out which one it went into. Okay, how much oil does it take to fill Swamp Thing? Ever wondered? Well, it takes 1 bottle, 2 bottles, a small bottle, and some additive. So the reason we use the additive in it, it actually helps to make the oil stick to all the other components inside the engine. It's really quite thick. You can use it up to 10% on any vehicle. So you can get special ones for synthetic oils. This is a mineral-based oil. You can mix and match with it. You can put it also into gears, so it can go into gearboxes, not automatic gearboxes, but can go into manual gearboxes. Helps keep oil on all the gears. You can use it in differentials, you can use it in hub reduction. It's anything just to keep that oil on its tip-top form and make sure you don't have any dry starts. Now, if you see when I'm pouring that in there, the oil is going slurp, 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 slurp. That's because it can't get any air back into the bottle. So what you do, so the easiest way is actually to turn the bottle round and pour it from the top. So the hole's now at the top. Now the air can get back in and you get a nice pour with no slurps. Okay, so another part we check on the monster truck really regularly is the planetaries. So this has got gear reduction in the end of the axles. And what we have to do is make sure they've got the right amount of oil. So how do you find if it's got the right amount of oil? First thing we do is we undo this cap and we check that to make sure it's got oil on it. So that's a good start, it's got oil in there. Also we check it, because this is actually a magnet as well, and we're looking for bits of metal in there, so that means we've got gears breaking down. But all good in there, loads and loads of oil, no bits of metal in there, so that's a good sign. So the next thing we do is I'm going to stop the camera and flip it around so you can actually see it. Okay, so you can see I've taken the bung out the top now. So all we do now is we put a catch tank underneath, a drip tray, and we grab hold of it and we actually spin it. And then if you see in here, when it gets to level, so we actually need to top it up because it's just going past level now. So there, and there's the oil coming out. So we just need to top it up just a little bit, so when that hub is completely level, that the oil just comes out. So we're going to only have probably about ½ litre in there to make sure that one's done perfectly. So the front 2 ones are fairly easy to do. So there's the other axle on there. But the back one, that's why the monster truck is completely off the ground at the moment. Because it's got a locked rear axle, it's actually going to turn all 4 wheels when we do the back ones. Okay, so this is what we're adding. Lucas oil, hub oil. And what I've actually done is I've actually got the same container, cut the top of it off. It actually screws straight into the end of that planetary, so it makes a really good funnel. So we're just going to add about ½ litre into here, and all we're going to do is check the level once again to see if we need to add any more. Really, as you can see, it's quite thick. It takes a while for it to go in, so that's why we have that funnel that screws in there. Okay, so let's see if we've added the right amount of oil. So let's rotate the axle around so we get this hole to level. So we're just coming down to level now, and a little bit more and we're level. Is any oil coming out yet? Yep, perfectly right. So that is the spot on. So that is completely level. and the oil was just starting to run out of the hole. So that's one hub done, just 3 more to go. Okay, so I didn't video it, but I've just loaded Swamp Thing into the trailer. One day I'll put the GoPros on it and actually videoing it going in. So that's what it looks like when it's in. So you might see I've hurt my ear earlier on. So since I've did the last bit of filming, I actually caught my ear on the underneath Swamp Thing when I stood up, and it's squashed it. I'm not going to show you it because it is fairly nasty. It's basically put a hole straight through the side of my ear, which is going to be really nice at the weekend when I have to put my helmet on. So there's Swamp Thing all loaded in. You can see the little ramps that we drive up to get it in there. They fold up in a minute, and then we can get the big tyres back in it. It's just started raining, but got to load it up because we're going to Truckfest this weekend. This is what it looks like at the front. So this is how much room, pull the coast out of the way, that's how much room's at the front of the trailer when Swamp Thing comes in. Everything just fits around it. So yeah, that's how much room you've got between the walls, but when you're driving it you can't really see that either. So there you go, ramps are now folded up. The next thing to do is to pull the cradle out of the way and put the winch cables onto it. Okay, so now the winch cables are connected. Now let's get some tyres in. So there's 2 tyres in there all the way at the top. Just put the jack in, 2 more tyres, the little ramps, and just the load-in planks, and then we're ready to close the back doors and get it back into the workshop. Okay, so there it is, it's all loaded. 2 big tyres at the top, 2 at the bottom, the little ramps, the loading planks. All we've got to do now is shut those doors, close the big doors, reverse it back into the workshop, and then come and pick it up tomorrow, because tomorrow we're off to Truckfest.